Sneaker addicts, what up? It's your boy DJ Delz. We got a real special guest, John Connor, one of the illest rappers, John Connor, man. And we got him right now, live and direct. We're about to add him on the stream, so make sure you hit that thumbs up button right now if you love hip hop, because you got hip hop right here. John Connor, what's up, my guy?
Yo, what's going on, man?
What's good? How's things going with the quarantine life, my guy?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much like everywhere else in the world, man. Just making do with it, trying to stay positive. You know what I'm saying? Being safe, staying cautious, practicing the social distancing, and just making sure, we don't contribute to the spread of the virus, man.
Yeah, that's the truth, man. You still got knuckleheads going out all the time, man. And
yeah, which is crazy.
Not
yeah, which I don't understand that. If it's one thing that I'll say about that is that, people have their theories and conspiracies about how it started and how to get it. But the reality of the situation is people are getting sick and people are passing away from it. So it don't matter, what you think about how it started or where it came from. It's something that should be taken seriously because, I know people, I got friends of mine who have lost family members because of this virus. So that's why I'm just on. Yeah, absolutely. A friend of mine, and he actually lost his father, his uncle, and his nephew, like to the virus. So when it comes to me talking about it, I just want to make sure people know how real it is and that they stay at home. It's boring for all of us, and it's we all going through it. But if at the end of the day, to save lives, all we got to do is kick it at the crib for a minute, then let's do it.
That's right, and I'm gonna be honest with you, dude, because that's all I am all the time. I've never met one person that knew someone that got this coronavirus. And, people in New York are dropping like flies. It's about 800 people a day that are dropping. So for you to say that you know multiple people that got it, that just shows how real this is. Please, everyone, also hit the thumbs up button and share this so we can get more people in here. Today is John Connor's birthday, so this is a birthday celebration right here.
Yeah, let's go. Let's spread some good vibes.
So we got to talk sneakers first, and then of course we're gonna talk about your incredible music, man. Because to me, I feel like you are so underrated. Like people know who you are, but I feel like you should be at like another level. That's why I really wanted to get you on here. So people that don't necessarily know much about your music, they will by the end, and they're gonna it's gonna be like you're just not gonna stop listening to it because he's got so many dope mixtapes alone, plus the original music. It's craziness. And I think a lot of you know who this man is, though. But just for anyone that may not, you're gonna have a field day after this stream's over when you're digging through the crates of all the work this guy's been putting through for a long time now. So sneakers, what was your go-to brand growing up?
Growing up, bro, I was more so than having just one brand. I just went off whatever I liked. Like, you know what I'm saying? So in my high school days, if it was some dope J's that came out, I had to have them. It was, so check it out, because I noticed the sneaker show. So I brought these down, right? So these, what are these? I don't know shoes.
Those are the Bread 11s.
Okay, these the 11s?
Yes.
So when I was a kid, my mama was not trying to pay $100 for the shoe.
Oh, hell no. Mine wasn't either. That's why I totally understand what you're saying. You wore what you could. I mean,
I could, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So it's like, I remember though, my cousin, he was up on fashion. Like the hottest, whatever the hot thing was, he had it, right? So he had the 11s, but he had the cool grays, right? So when I started getting money, you know what I'm saying, and cashing checks, I went and bought those. I went and bought the cool grays. I went and bought the what were the black and white version of those ones called?
Oh, the Concords.
Yes.
Concords,
so I love that style of the 11s. I'm like, I love those style of Jordans, and I had them in different colors. I got those in different colors, and it was like Air Force Ones mostly though. Having the different colored checks in high school. I remember when Jadakiss said hopped out with the Air Force Ones with yellow checks. So back in high school, we was trying to go cop the Air Force Ones with the yellow checks. And so, you know what I mean? Like just whatever was fly to me, man. So I had my time period of a little some everything, man.
That's what's up, man. And the Air Force One, I feel like is such a fly pair of sneakers. I feel like it'll never ever go out of fashion. Like even if you're not like heavy into sneakers, like everyone and their mama appreciates an Air Force One white on white, right?
Absolutely, you got to, man. Like for real, it set off any outfit. I feel like it's still to this day. You could be quiet, you could be humble, fresh, with you a fresh pair of white on white Air Force Ones, man. Low tops, high tops, it don't even matter. Mids, man, they're gonna get you together.
That's right. That is right, man. So we're gonna continue on sneakers, but we're gonna kind of make it like a combination platter right here. We at the Chinese food store. So
Okay.
check it out. Did you? I know you caught some of the RZA and DJ Premier battle. We were
Yes,
talking
yes.
behind the scenes. How do you feel about this whole thing with everyone battling each other? I'm sure you enjoy it, but just speak on it a little, bro.
Man, I love it. You know, if there ever was a light at the end of the tunnel or some type of, saving grace of us all having to be quarantined, I think it's making all of us appreciate each other more. I think it's making us all, come in contact and communicate more. And I think that these battles are so dope because these are things as even when you get in the game and you become an artist, you never stop being a fan. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
right.
I'm sure you as a DJ, you a DJ and you respect it, but at the same time, you still respect the DJs that you came up admiring. You still respect those producers that you came up admiring.
Oh,
And
of
so,
course, of course.
yeah. So it's like for us to be able to get to see Timbaland versus Swiss Beats, for us to get to see T-Pain and Lil Jon,
Yeah.
for us to see, RZA and RZA and Premiere. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like these are, this is like Batman versus Superman. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
incredible. It's like if you see like Michael Jordan versus Kobe or something, like one-on-one on the court. Like it's
Bro,
absolutely incredible, man. And
man, absolutely. I've been enjoying them.
so since it's a sneaker addict, right? We're gonna have some fun here, right?
Okay, for sure.
And I know that you're not the biggest sneakerhead guy, but you also know how to dress. You do like fashion to an extent. So this is going to be a fun one for someone like you because you're not a hype beast at all. Like you're not like these guys that are like sheep, running to what's worth more. Or even though all these shoes are worth a lot,
that ain't my thing.
So this is right here, right? This is the DJ Premier Air Force One right here. This is his Air Force One, DJ Premier's. See on the back, it'll even say Premiere in lasering.
That's
so
hard.
We got the Premiere, the DJ Premiere. You know what I'm gonna do? Right? I'm gonna pull a pair of Wu-Tang sneakers out now.
Oh snap! Let's go.
So we got these Wu-Tang shoes by Huff. Now, Huff is not the most popular brand, but this is worth some money. This on the resale market, this is not a cheap sneaker. So a lot of people are still going to be like, yo, this is crazy. This was celebrating I think it was the 20th anniversary of 36 Chambers. And even on the insole, right? Check out the insole of this. You're going to trip when you see this. So the insole got the artwork from the album.
Yo.
And, yes.
That's hard.
Yeah. So I figured this could be a fun little battle right here. Which one you guys like better? In the comments, you leave it. And John Connor, man, let me know. What you going with? DJ Premier, you go with the RZA, Wu-Tang Clan?
You know what? Since I just got done bigging up Forces and I just got done bigging up Nike, I'm going to have to go with Primo, man.
You go with Primo on these.
I'm going to have to go with Primo.
And I'm going with Primo, too. One thing really crazy about this shoe is that it's got almost like a snake kind of leather on here.
Yeah.
Which is mean. It's like a evil blue, It's like crazy.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah. So I wanted to definitely incorporate some sneakers. Every time we have a guest on the Sneaker Addict, we're gonna get into the culture, but I do want it to be about sneakers. Quarantine season, we're gonna do this a lot, guys. So now let's talk about the music because this is very important. You have an album coming out, right? SOS. Yes, when is SOS coming out?
SOS is dropping at the end of the month. I'll tell the date. We're gonna drop the date officially on Wednesday, but we on here, we talking. Ain't no sense in dragging it out. April 27th is going down. My project SOS put a lot of hard work into it, man. So it's on.
And this is an official album, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I produced like 90% of the joints. Like it's 18 tracks on there, and I think I only didn't produce like 3 of them on there. So yeah, this is an actual, full-fledged album, and just going back to doing what I do, like what I was doing with the mixtapes back in the day, dropping stuff like every 2 months. I want to drop original projects every 2 months, but especially right now, as an artist, man, I feel like we should be doing everything that we can to keep people's mind off the BS. You know what I'm saying? Giving people something else to talk about other than the obvious. Giving people some sense of normality through the art and through the music. And honestly, it's been my peace of mind just going and creating. So I just want to get back to dropping music, dropping hella music for the people, man.
No, you're right, man. You're right. And Slate's in here. He says, "Damn, you worked with Dre. Do you want to talk about that at all?"
Yeah, absolutely. What's the question? Like,
just talk about you working with Dr. Dre. Some people want to speak about, want you to speak about that. That may not be very familiar. They're looking you up, man. They're looking up your resume.
Oh, okay, that's a beautiful thing. Well, yeah, man. I wrote and worked with Dr. Dre for 5 years, man. Like, was on Aftermath from 2013 to 2018, and it was quite the experience, man. There's no way possible that you can be around one of the gatekeepers of hip hop and not come out of there more knowledgeable about your craft. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to rub off on you. You go in a student and you come out a teacher. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what my experience on Aftermath was like. Just for the people that's tuning in that's not familiar and they going and looking it up, I'm on 2 joints on Dr. Dre's Compton album, For the Love of Money, with me, Anderson .Paak, Dre, and Jill Scott, and me and Snoop Dogg, One Shot, One Kill. And it was just a beautiful experience, man. It was a beautiful experience. I love that dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Dude taught me so much, and we, through working together, you know what I'm saying, like, built a relationship and a friendship and a rapport with each other. Dude just hit me up, like, I think it was a couple weeks back, just hit me up, checking on me. How you doing? How is everything? But it's a love and a mutual respect. And my time spent at Aftermath, it was like going to college. You know what I'm saying? You go in.
Well, that's like Harvard right there, man.
Shit. Yeah. It could, there ain't too many better teachers than Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, man, sitting up, he comes from the Quincy Jones learning tree. You know what I'm saying? He comes from that. And so, man, anytime Dre would talk, I would shut up and listen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Like a sponge, right? I could imagine just trying to absorb anything that you could learn. Because, I mean, I know me, like, I had a part of my life where I was around Jermaine Dupri a lot. And,
wow.
I never thought that would ever become in play. And I'm talking to this dude all the time, and I'm around him. He's flying me to, Miami, all types of shit. Like, and it's just like, when you got OGs, like people when you were younger, you're listening to, and then you're working around them and with them, it's very important that you pay attention. And I was way too young at the time, and I did not absorb that much because I was ignorant and stupid. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is for the young people, if you have an opportunity, try to shut up a little bit and listen.
Yeah, man, you gotta soak it up. Bro, I swear, man, it's so funny because by the time I met Dre, I think I was 27, maybe.
Yeah.
So, I was old enough to know to shut up. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I knew that every second and every minute spent just being, because you gotta think about it. It's people that's been in the game longer. It's people than me. It's people that has way more respect. That songwriters that have never worked with Dre, but they want to. So I always knew it's like, wow, it's people that I respect that have never sat in the same room and created with this dude before. So it's like, I just want to soak up as much as I can. I want to just, like you said, I just want to be a sponge, and everything I learned, man, I just want to put it into use. And like I said, that time period of my life is, like I said, it's college, man. It was like going to Harvard for being a musician, man.
That's right. That's right. So you also have some on Mondays. You release new music every Monday, correct?
Every Monday, man. Every Monday, Connor New Music Monday. I've been doing it for the past 3 Mondays, this being the third. The first week, I released a new song called Infinity, where I kind of talk about everything that's going on right now. The second week, I released a joint called The Pain. And then now this week, I got the joint Priceless. So all of those are streaming on all platforms right now. and it's all building up and leading up to my project SOS. And also, I'm gonna have a docu-series that's coming as well, which documents from my time in high school, going to my underground career, going to getting signed to Aftermath, then leaving Aftermath and starting my own company. And it just tells the whole story, man.
Yo, man, I love it, brother. You know
Appreciate
what?
it, man.
I love this joint you did for me a while ago. You remember that?
Yeah, man. I seen you tweeted about it. I had, man, dog. That joint was kind of raw.
I don't know if we can hear it. I got my.
Yeah.
So you produced this beat?
No, I did not produce that. I cannot take credit for that.
Okay,
No.
was that an original? Whose beat was that?
No, I don't even remember, man. I
Or
felt
you
like
just had it submitted, or was it already
I,
out there?
I feel like that was one of them, me going on hipstrumentals.com.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, my man Young Sav was like, yo, Delz need a freestyle. I'm like,
Yeah,
I got
salute
you.
to Sav, man. That's my guy. I haven't talked to him in a hot minute. Sav, what up, man?
Yeah,
Oh, you killed
Sav.
that joint, because I remember I was waiting for it, and I was like, man, because I was like, he's probably caught up with some other shit, and then when you said it, I was like, God damn, he killed that shit.
Thank you, man.
Oh, thank you, man. Shit, because you're the one going in the studio recording that promo for me, man.
But that's true, but also without y'all, what we do don't mean nothing if y'all don't give us the platform and the avenue, and if y'all ain't out there pushing it out there for more people to hear it. Like, even like right now, what we doing right now, there's people that's tuned into you that might have never even heard of John Connor. So that's like, I appreciate you, and I have an extreme amount of gratitude for real, man.
Well, one person definitely has in this live stream. Blacker Love writes, John Connor's verse of the love of money was fire. That's what we got to tell you.
That's love. That's
Rhyme.
Thank you.
Rhyme says John Connor's the man. You got people in here. They know who you are, man. So
that's love.
It's just when you go to someone else's platform, it's someone else's platform. So we always want to make sure people understand, and they understand who we got here, man. We got someone that's been through a lot in the industry. He's been through.
Yes.
He's worked with Dre. He's worked with tons of other people. What are some of your favorite records you have done with artists? Because you have a huge catalog of collaborations.
Oh man! Oh Lord!
Just name a few. You don't have to go.
Yeah. Okay. So
I know you don't want to hurt no one's feelings. So
no, never that. And if I forget somebody, blame my mind and not my heart. But
yeah,
I think that of course working with Dre is at the top, because, like I say, just the circumstances and scenarios that were existing around that time just made it a beautiful experience. I can remember while we was working on For the Love of Money. In the meantime, we would play Speed. You ever played the card game Speed?
Yes.
Yes, me and Dre would play Speed while we was taking a break. And that just times like that with me, Dre, and Cardiac in the studio, just having a good time. I think on the top of that list as well, working with my sister, Kelly Price. I love her so much. And I'm sending her extra love right now. But it's like, man, working with Kelly Price is always amazing. We both two Aries, and every time we see each other and every time we link up, it's just energy is just off the charts. My brother DJ Paul, I love working with him on the joint Run 'Em Off. And we did, man, me and Paul, we got a couple joints. It's one with me, him, and Yellow Wolf called Getaway that I loved working on, where we shot the video in a cemetery, which was very awkward for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember that day I had wore these. This is when I still was wearing Gucci. I don't fuck with Gucci no more, but I was wearing.
Is it because
Gucci.
of that bullshit they pulled? Just real quick, was it because of that dumb shit?
Yeah. I
stopped. Was crazy. For real, me too, man. I don't wear them no more. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, no, I stopped that day forward, man. But I had on these Gucci Timbs that and I was like trying to flex for the video. And it was all muddy and shit in the cemetery. And I had to go buy the damn Timbs again because they was that ruined after the video. But I love Paul so much, man. So working with DJ Paul, Kelly Price, Dre, man, Sahai the Prince. It's a lot of people that I've had a lot of good memories and experiences with. Shouts to my dog Mark Bird and my man Jay from the production team, The Freshmen. Shout to Cardiac. Shout to
Cardiac got some heat.
Yeah,
DJ
man. Just
Paul's crazy, man. I mean, he is so much heat, man. You work with some heavy hitters, bro. I mean, just big sounding producers, you know.
it's love, bro. It's love. I believe, everything happens for a reason. I try to move with the divine spirit that I'm gonna always be where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be there. So I'm just humbled and blessed that I was able to work with talented people that had the same spirit, and that I try to exert.
And you're from Michigan, correct?
Absolutely, Flint,
Yeah.
Michigan, sir.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's see where are we gonna go right now with this. Let's talk WWE because it's something that me and
Yeah.
you really love watching, and I think that's what brought us to connect more with wrestling. What do you think of WrestleMania?
Wait, before I answer that, so right here is people that's like commenting.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. So this dude. Oh, okay. So it's popping up. People keep. Oh, this is
I'm
cool.
popping the stuff up so the viewers can watch because this will be playable after. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
someone like people showing love. You see right now, Tyler wrote about the collab you did, the
Oh, okay.
Jared joint. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Let me answer the question. I'm sorry. Like I told you, I'm so slow when it comes to
No,
technology.
no,
I'm like, oh
you,
shit, this is
dude,
cool.
dude. Let me tell you something. I just picked up this program like a few days ago, bro. So I was like, yo, I gotta get something going. We gotta do a show. I know too many people not to do a show, you know.
Absolutely,
So,
man. Well, man.
so
Okay.
yeah,
So
so
let me see,
yeah,
man.
go ahead,
I'm
bro.
sorry. I'm sorry. I got us off topic, man.
I've been reading the questions though, just so you know. You haven't missed questions. I just been
Okay.
reading them. So yeah,
But
so yeah, homeboy, love that joint that you did right there, you know.
oh,
Oh,
appreciate it with Jaren. I love shouts to Jaren Benton too, and Locksmith and Chris Webby, and them is my brothers. I love them dudes, man. So WrestleMania though. So
yeah.
okay. Um I came front, man. It's a little awkward for me watching wrestling in an empty arena. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate the effort, and it's so dope that they still continuing to do it, even though everything is going on how it's going on. But I will say this: that Firefly Funhouse match, the
Mhm.
Firefly match with John Cena and Bray Wyatt, I thought was very artistically dope. I artistically thought it was dope.
You couldn't have said it any better. It was a piece of art.
It was a
Like,
piece of art.
and anyone that says, it wasn't even a match, man, you smoking too much weed or something. You're brain dead, man, because they
Yeah.
literally gave us art. And it was almost like a shoot on John Cena on some of the stuff that
Yep.
people hate about him from the past. Burying
Exactly.
people to if he went heel, and did the NWO shit from back in the days, and him sticking to what he believes in, and then in this artistic mini film, we'll say he actually goes that route. He goes against what he does, and then he loses. So it's
Yep.
almost like even though he lost, it's like questionable because like he went against what he doesn't normally do. He went the bad route, you know. So then he
Yep.
caught the mandible claw. As soon as he accepted being part of the NWO, that's when the Fiend got him. He was like, I
Yep.
got him. You finally bit the bullet. I've been baiting you this whole experience. It was like a roller coaster ride, and he
Yep.
was just trying to. Is that kind of what you've seen through this, or
Absolutely.
yeah?
Absolutely. And I think that's what's so dope about this Fiend character, man. Because
Mm,
as somebody else pointed out, I watched that the Fiend turns people back into whoever they really are. Like
yes.
when Daniel Bryan, like he turned him back into the yes Daniel Bryan.
Hmm.
He turned Seth Rollins back into like the mischievous, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like every
Exactly.
time somebody feuds with the Fiend, it turns them back into who they really are. So it's like with John Cena, I thought it was real deep how it was a point in the match where he was basic thugonomics John Cena. And the Fiend said something to him like, you don't gotta do this. Like, you can be yourself. And
That's
John
right.
Cena, you know what I'm saying? But John Cena made the choice to stay in character and still bury the Fiend. And it's like, you didn't learn your lesson. This character is gonna destroy you because now you don't even know what you really are no more. So it was like,
It was
sheesh.
brilliant. It was like mind blowing. And you know, like I watched it again and I was like, damn, man. I was like, it's so damn good, man. I mean, it's so damn good. And I've heard a lot of stuff from friends of mine that came up with him, you know, from developmental and stuff. And they were always told me, like behind the scenes, we were talking about WrestleMania. They told me this dude is so ahead of his time creatively upstairs. Like they're like, yo, that's all him. I guarantee you that was all him. That entire shit was all him. And they're just letting him go off. I mean, because this was incredible. I mean, my mind was blown. Like my kids watched, they didn't get it. They were like, it's cool. They love the Fiend. They think the Fiend is dope, but they just didn't understand. I was like, we gotta bring you back and watch some of that stuff, but they ain't ready for that.
Because that was before their time.
Yeah, they're not ready though yet, age-wise, for that NWO stuff, but later on. But you know, it just shows the whole heel and the hurt on the hands, you know. Like what you mentioned with Daniel Bryan and switching his whole wave, and then now with John Cena, and it's amazing, man. It's so brilliant. And people complain about WWE, they suck. But you got to praise when they do something crazy like this, man.
Yes. And a lot of people, like, I thought the Boneyard match was cool too, but I'm a fan of the Firefly match over the Boneyard match. As far as the cinematic matches that happen,
it was a piece of art. It was a complete piece of art. The Boneyard match was, to me, a piece of art too. It was a film. Yeah. And I wish they did more film stuff, maybe a couple more. It didn't have to be so crazy like that, but if you don't have an audience, why not have it on the top of a building or something? You know, on a rooftop, a skyscraper. Just have them fighting on a damn rooftop, or have them fight in an alleyway or some shit like that. They could have done something wacky, completely wacky. And the beauty of it is, if it sucked, you blame the coronavirus. You know,
exactly.
Great. You're like, okay, we did something that was amazing. I love the Boneyard match. I'm a huge fan of AJ Styles. Who isn't a fan of The Undertaker? I thought it was great. But yeah, definitely, if you're going to battle them out with the Boneyard match versus Firefly Funhouse, I don't think there's any competition with that. I mean, it was a mental roller coaster for wrestling fans, and John Cena he's such a goofy looking guy nowadays. I love him, but
right.
Remember when he walked in with the trunks and the first part with the when they were recreating the Kurt Angle thing, and you know, he had the metal fist behind him, and that hair, his hair looked crazy, by the way. But,
right.
Yeah. It was just so good. They had the nod to the Saturday night main event from back in the days.
All of that was so dope, man. All of that was dope. And like I said, man, if it's any silver lining though of this whole like pandemic situation, is forcing creative people to be more creative to keep people entertained. And so I was thinking, like, what would the John Cena Bray Wyatt match have been if this wouldn't have happened? I don't know if it would have been as entertaining. I don't know.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it would have been. So, and then it's same thing with like AJ Styles, and that's not discrediting them at all. I'm just giving props to how creative the Boneyard match and the Firefly Funhouse match was. Like, if this would have never happened, and by no means am I saying a pandemic should happen for the sake of wrestling, but what I'm saying is like, because of the situation, it forced them to be very creative. Like, I think that the Boneyard match is probably 10 times better than whatever the in-ring match of AJ Styles and Undertaker would have been. I think that the Firefly match is probably 10 times better than whatever in-ring match John Cena and Bray Wyatt would have gave us. That's just my theory, though.
I mean, no disrespect to the Undertaker, but he's no spring chicken. You know, he's not. He's an older fella now, so I would like to see him only do this type of match. To be honest with you, because he looked like $1 million, man.
Yeah,
I mean, he looked like $1 million, man. In the ring, you remember the Saudi match versus Goldberg? That was painful for me to see,
brutal, man. That hurt my heart. It
did. So maybe we'll get Sting versus the Undertaker next in some kind of film.
We will,
thing, right? We need that, right?
Cinematic matches, man.
Yeah, and that would be amazing.
Yeah, it would. It would be the match that we all wanted to happen. And now, since they, like I say, the creative juices got flowing on having these cinematic matches, I think we probably could have Sting versus Undertaker in an acceptable way.
Oh man, I've always dreamed of that, man. I've always dreamed of that match, and I would love to see that. I really would. Someone was even joking about it. My boy Ryback, actually. Shout out to Ryback. Congratulations, Ryback. I've been working with Ryback for over a year. Today's anniversary. Over 200,000 subscribers on his Ryback TV. It's been 1 year since I've worked with him. We went from 2,000 subscribers to 200. Over 200,000 in 1 year. So salute to him. Congratulations, man. Drink a little bit of the bubbler. I'm like,
yeah, salute to the big guy.
So, where were we? Yeah, so he was joking around. He was saying maybe we will get Hulk Hogan versus Stone Cold, because that was another one we never got, right?
right.
Because I mean, it would be interesting to see Hogan. Hogan's done some things in the past that I'm not very fond of, like some of the stuff he said off the scenes, But but that's the actor, As far as the performer, it's like entertainment, Hulk Hogan and everything. How do you feel about AEW?
I'm a big AEW fan. I went to, which one did I go to? I think I went to Double or Nothing. And it was amazing, bro. Like, it was amazing. I'm an AEW fan. I love what they doing. I think that they are taking pro wrestling to that next level. I think that we all kind of wanted something else, but we didn't know what else we wanted or needed. And I think AEW came and figured it out. I think that they gave us another perspective on wrestling, because here's the thing. We old enough to remember the Monday Night Wars with Nitro versus Raw. And I was always a WWE, WWF guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would always make sure I watched more of Raw than I did Nitro. No matter what. I came up on WWE. But that competition made professional wrestling better. I think that right now, AEW figured out the glitch in the Matrix. It's just like how, WWE had it on lock back in the day. But when WCW came through with the NWO, the Lucha Libre, like, they had so much different stuff that it just was a cool alternative, and it made the business better all around. I think that's what AEW is doing. I think that I don't want AEW or WWE to go out of business. I just want pro wrestling to be better. And I think that AEW is pressing and pushing WWE to make their product better.
That's right, man. That's definitely right, man. And I'm loving how we got Broken Matt Hardy on that roster now, because I just think he's brilliant. He's so entertaining, and I think that WWE dropped the ball letting his contract expire. Because can you imagine, like, if he was around for WrestleMania, what he could have brought to the table, being that there's no crowd no more. He's got a brilliant mind. Shout out to my homegirl Rebby, his wife. Old friend from New York. I've known her for a long time, and she's brilliant too. She does all that camera work stuff, man. I mean, you've seen all that. A lot of that stuff is from his wife. So
really?
So shout out to her. She's an old homegirl from Queens, yeah, man. That was a big loss for WWE, because they could have done more. Like he probably could have even helped out. I mean, the Firefly Funhouse, I think, was perfection. I don't think they could have done anything more with that.
Right.
It was brilliant. But if he could have had a feud with someone and did another kind of filming kind of deal. But now AEW got it, and they've got a match, Jericho versus Matt Hardy at the compound, at the Hardy compound, which is going to be, man, fun to watch.
It's going to be fun to watch. The thing is, I think that, and I don't work for WWE. I don't know the people involved. I'm only going off, blog sites and hearsay. But they say, Vince didn't ever really understand the broken character.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And, what they say is, if Vince don't get it or understand it, then he probably just kind of throw his hands up with it. So it's like, I think at AEW, they're, because, no knock, no disrespect, but they're younger and their minds are open to the possibilities of what can be. You know what I'm saying? I think that because they're, they planting their feet on new ground, they're willing to try any and everything. And it's like, I feel like Broken Matt Hardy fits right in with AEW, because he kind of came up through doing indie shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like
Oh,
I
hell
don't
yeah.
look at, I look at Matt Hardy, Team Extreme Matt Hardy, that's WWE. I view Broken Matt Hardy as more of an indie like creation that belongs in AEW, and I think that character is gonna thrive there.
So are you current with what's going on with WWE like week after week? Have you been watching? Do you watch every week?
I try to, but since the pandemic happened, it takes me out of it to see
No
an
crowd,
empty
right?
arena. Yeah, man. Like, but I've been watching, but not as religiously because watching it reminds me of what's going on. So you know what I'm saying? But
Kind of
so
depressing when you see no crowd in that damn audience, right?
yeah, man.
It's
Like
like
for
when you
real.
watch a movie, like one of them movies, like the world's ending, and then you see like unrealistic shit you think would never happen. Like you never thought in your life you'd turn on freaking USA and see like wrestling with no one in the audience.
With no one in the audience, bro. And it's like I've been trying to watch it, but like I say, it just reminds me of what's going on. Same with AEW. I'm a huge AEW supporter, but it's like just something about seeing no crowd there. I don't know. It just does something to me, man.
Yeah, it's really strange. Well, do you know about the whole situation with the Fiend? The Fiend is now having a feud with Braun Strowman. It's the Fiend versus Braun Strowman now. Do you know about that?
Wow.
Yeah, they did
Okay.
something on Raw last week. I don't think that's a good idea because you got two guys that are on the come up right now, like to become megastars. It seems like Vince, every time he starts getting some megastars in his hands, he makes these kind of choices. If you got two stars, why would you have them collide with each other? Why wouldn't you just have them job out or have mid-card guys wrestle the Fiend so the Fiend keeps getting more wins? Braun Strowman just got the belt. Could he afford a loss right now? Why would he lose right now if he just got the belt? Transitional champion?
But see, keep in mind though, we have to keep in mind, and that's what's so crazy about all this is the pandemic is a cause of a lot of these decisions. Because remember, bro, it was it was originally supposed to be Goldberg and Roman Reigns.
Yeah. But with
So
the leukemia and everything, yeah.
yeah. So I'm thinking right now, bro, I'm thinking that they just thinking on the fly. Like, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? I don't know that they've even thought this through. Like, it's like,
Yeah,
we
they
just
got
trying
the
to have,
dartboard, right? They
yeah,
throw shit at the dartboard.
right. We just need content every Monday. They just making it up because it's like none of their plans are as they were supposed to be. I'm quite sure they didn't know what Braun Strowman was gonna be doing after WrestleMania, but now he's the WWE champion.
Yeah, he caught
So
the
it's like,
lotto ticket, man. Talk about
yeah, he
being
hit
at
the
the right
lotto.
place at the right time. Roman Reigns wasn't available. Braun was able to slide in, and now he got that gold on his shoulder, man.
Right. Because theoretically speaking, maybe it was supposed to be Roman Reigns and the Fiend beefing after WrestleMania. But since they had to do Braun Strowman, they just had to insert Strowman where Roman was. And now
Yeah,
whatever Roman's storyline was gonna be is now transitioning to Braun Strowman.
that's right, man. That is definitely right. What's up, B Lit Reviews? What's up, Jay? I see you in the chat. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Man, I'm just really curious to see how it goes down. I'm gonna be honest with you with this upcoming Jericho versus Matt Hardy match. I think that is gonna be so fun because I feel like Jericho is like a big fan of this broken universe. Like,
Yeah.
did you see when he had the Vanguard one flying up to him and shit when he
Yes,
was by the
yes,
hot
yes.
tub? Like you
Yes.
can tell he loves this, you know. You can
Facts,
tell
bro.
that.
Hey, is Jericho on your Mount Rushmore?
He could be. It's really tough, man. But I mean, to me, where he is at this point, how can you not consider Jericho as one of the greatest of all times?
Of
He's
all
been
time.
doing this for so long. He's entertained us for how many decades now? Even in the comments, I mean, it's been a long. Was it 30 years, maybe?
Yeah. And never got boring, never got stale. Every time that he transitioned into a new version of himself, you believed it. It was
Always
never.
believe it.
You feel me? It was and all of these characters of Chris Jericho, all of these different versions of Chris Jericho are so different. but at the same time, you believe all of them. The list was funny. It didn't feel forced. It didn't feel like somebody told him to do it. You bought into it and you believed
It
it.
was
The
epic.
list, it was epic. Y2J was hilarious. The version of him that was like the dude in a suit, like I call him like back in that day around WrestleMania 25 when he was like the old vintage NWA type world champion with the suit on, and you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like you bought it, you believed it, and I believe Chris Jericho is definitely one of the greatest of all time, man.
Nah, he never had a dull moment in his whole career, man. And you know, even like with the list, I remember when he went to AEW, he's like, fuck the list is stupid. But that list was incredible, and it really got him over like crazy. I mean, to me, when he did the whole list thing and he had the feud with Kevin Owens, I was like, this might be one of the greatest moments of his career. Kevin Owens versus Jericho with the, what's it called? The something of friendship. What was it called? The damn it.
When he threw that you saying on Raw when he threw that event for him and then
he turned
on
something of friendship. I forgot what it was called offhand. If someone knows in the comments, leave it up. And he had like the painting of them, and he had all of that. And then he attacked him at the end, man. I mean, that was so good. It was so damn good. It's classic. I feel ashamed of not even remembering exactly what it's called. It deserves to be known what it's called right now. But you know, we've been talking about so much stuff right now, so that's just what it is. But yeah, he has to go down as one of the greatest. And I'll tell you, his commentary is amazing too. I mean, hopefully, when he does retire in ring, I really hope that he goes to commentary and gives us a permanent commentary position at some, you know, some federation, whether it's WWE or AEW, because he is brilliant. Last Wednesday, he made every match look like $1 million. I enjoyed everything last week.
Really?
He was on commentary the whole time.
Oh, see, now I gotta watch.
Beginning to end, man. He made the Britt Baker match look like it was like the greatest thing ever, man. And she started bleeding too. So I don't know if it was the match. I don't know if it was him. I don't know if it was both of them. We'll say it's both of them. I'd like to stay positive, but man, he was so good on that damn commentary. You have to watch that one.
Absolutely. And wait, speaking of which, though, I became a Britt Baker fan. Like when she switched gears and started becoming like I'm a fan of annoying heels. I love heels that are like annoying. And so Britt Baker, MJF, I love. And I became a fan of Hangman Adam Page too. Like
when he became the drunk, I really became a fan of him. Yes. I mean, he really took it to another Festival of Friendship. That was the Kevin Owens, the Festival of Friendship. Yeah, that was amazing. But yeah, she really needed to turn heel because at first I was like, this is not very good. And then the first promo she cut, I wasn't really sold about it. And then the second one, I was like, you know what? This is getting good now. Like, it's getting good. And last week was really good. So you want to check out last week's Dynamite, man. It was a good show, bro. It definitely was.
Say no more.
Jericho, beginning to end on commentary.
Say no more. I'm checking out. As soon as we get off, I'm watching it.
Yeah, man. All right, bro. Well, I guess we're going to cut up out of here. We have 45 minutes. I think there's a good time to cut out. Let everyone know everything that's going on. Let's recap. Tell everyone what they need to know about John Connor real quickly, please.
Well, man, I appreciate all of y'all tuning in, Delz. Thank you so much for having me on your platform, man. And it was cool, you know what I'm saying? Talking about everything from Dre to wrestling to sneakers. And y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. And make sure y'all check out my new joints. The past 3 weeks, go check out Infinity. Go check out, what was the other joint? Go check out Infinity, The Pain, and what's the one I just dropped today? Priceless. So go check out those joints. I got a new project called SOS coming at the end of the month, which I produce 90% of it. And, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm going to keep holding it down for the people. And, man, please make sure y'all stay safe out there. Social distance. Stay in. Let's stop the spread of this virus so we can get back to some form of normality. And, man, appreciate y'all, man.
And I got his Twitter in the comment, and it's on the screen right now. So, guys, make sure you follow his stuff. so you get the lowdown on everything he got going down for real, for real. And man,
man,
my guy, it's a pleasure, man. I'm gonna talk to you, man. But man, I'm glad
man. Come on.
for you to be a part of my wave. You know what I mean? So I appreciate
man.
it. All right, I'm gonna talk to you soon, brother.
Absolutely, hit me, man.
Salute. All right, so that was fun, man. We got John Connor in here. I really appreciate him coming through. Thank you very much. You know, I've been knowing this dude for a hot minute, and once again, as I said, I want to try to like put a show together. And this is an experiment. Look, I'm in my bedroom right now. You know, I don't have good service over in my sneaker room, so I wanted to make sure that I got good service with the guests and everything, so it's not glitchy and all that crap. But I had fun, and I hope you all did too. Please hit the thumbs up button, and I'll be back tomorrow. We'll probably talk sneakers. I may have a guest. Actually, I'm probably going to have a guest tomorrow from NWA, but that will be over at the Delz show, the wrestling channel, and that's going to be with the Dawson brothers from NWA. I'm going to have both of them on possibly tomorrow, depending on everyone's schedule. We all got a lot going on that day, but I want to try to get it done tomorrow. So make sure you subscribe to the Delz show on YouTube. I'm literally going to type it so that you see it on the damn screen, the Delz show, so you can see it on the screen. Subscribe there because it's going to be a great, great show for sure. And thank you, Don Camillo. I didn't want to be rude while I was doing this interview. When I have guests, it's going to be more or less an interview. If you guys have like a question, I'll try to get to it. It's always the super chat. I mean, once the guest is gone, you know, we can shoot the shit for a minute. If you guys have any questions or super chats, like I'm here right now. Shout out to Brandon. See, I just learned, guys, today, like I can literally feature all your questions and comments, and you know, all I have to do is just press on it. You see how it's just going to everyone. So I'm learning how to operate this thing, and if this becomes more successful, then I'm going to invest money into this where I can make it look even cooler and have the cool graphics popping up and all that shit. So, you know, when you do the super chats and all that, it really helps with creating a budget for this, because I could update this, but I got to pay money, and it's like, it's really dope. Like I could do all types of cool stuff. So I'm definitely looking to possibly get into that in the future. But yeah, this was a cool one. And I did a stream earlier, which was fantastic. We talked sneakers. We talked about the coronavirus, which was bananas. We actually had guests from Virginia to all the way in the Bahamas, and we all talked about what's going on with the coronavirus in our neck of the woods, what's going on in the community. So it's a dope stream. We don't dig into it too deep, but we talk about, it's about an hour and a half long, the stream. So it was really dope. And we also talk about sneakers, like how is it even worth buying shoes in 2020 when they first release, if they're a general release, because it seems like they're always going on sale. So watch that video, and everyone, thank you so much for watching. Once again, thank you, John Connor, and I'll be back really, really soon.